Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Hey,
right.
introduce Creamy first. Let's do that.
Okay.
I gotta say something. So, I'm the Creamy. You have a YouTube channel, and a little fact: if you guys are wondering who Judgment Awaits and
no.
Taboo want to be when they play Black Ops 3, like skill wise, you guys are looking at them right here.
Oh man.
Just playing.
The only one in our group meet to get a nuclear so far in Black Ops 3, right?
Yeah,
I think so. It was pretty campy, but
it was pretty campy.
Okay. I'm gonna pretend you guys didn't say that.
Well, hey, that is the Creamy. Welcome everybody to the Sakred Gaming Podcast episode. Are we on 5 now? We took a couple weeks off. 6. Mm-hmm. All right, it's good to be back finally. We took a week off for something or other, Super Bowl, and then we took the week off for Valentine's Day. But it's good to be back. We're going to be talking about Fallout 4, the Division Beta, Quantum Break, and Supply Drop. So that's what we're going to be talking about. And then we're going to do a faith topic and talk about whether or not Christians should drink alcohol and go all over that. Plus, we'll be answering any questions that you guys have that are ones that we can answer. I should say that. But Creamy introduced himself. Taboo, you want to tell everybody about yourself and your YouTube channel and everything like that?
Yeah. If you've, my YouTube channel, I don't even, isn't even worth talking about because I don't really upload. But if you have been on my channel before, if you want to go there, I recommend going and watching the Destiny Nightfall videos. And you can see a really good comparison between myself, Judgment, and Creamy. Because we actually duke it out in those with a competition that he loses a lot. Creamy loses a lot.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
So, check that out for sure.
I got a good story.
I do lose, but that's I don't know why. It's the lag. The lag in the game. I don't know.
Hit detection.
Yeah.
Hit detection, stupid.
Freak says Tab has the best beard of y'all by far.
He does, man. He's been at it though longer.
I trimmed it up too, like a week ago.
Oh wow, yeah, you did. Mm-hmm. Dang, nice. All right, Ocho, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, name is Ocho Blanco. I also have a extremely dusty YouTube channel. The last thing I uploaded was highlights from Advanced Warfare. But during the podcast, I have been thinking of some other topics that I want to actually start uploading. So keep watch for that. And we're doing the icebreaker, which our favorite score streak, or which one we bring back in Black Ops 3.
Totally forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. I think I do the Swarm. I really miss the Swarm, and the Mothership is a pretty poor replacement for that.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah. Yep. But what about Creamy, Taboo? Creamy, why don't you go next with your favorite score streak that you'd bring out in every Call of Duty?
Don't be bossing me around. If I could bring back anything, that's tough. There's a lot of things I really miss, but I would have to say, ever since MW2 is over, I've missed this score streak, and it would be the nuke. I would bring back the tactical nuke.
Yeah.
Because especially with Black Ops 3, you're always like you could be doing really, really good, and your team can be losing. So it'd be nice to have that little, like, if I get 25 kills without dying, I win even if my team's garbage. Like, I like that part about MW2. So I'd bring that back.
Yeah.
I'd bring back I would allow you to bring back the nuke, but not the like when you're losing. I always hated that. If the team was losing.
Like if you're doing great, why should you be punished for the rest of your team doing terrible?
It was different in Modern Warfare 2 because your score streak kills stacked. So if it was like today and you had to get like a 25 or 30 kill streak without stacking, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I could agree with you on that.
Yeah.
No way. I love that, man. What was that? What was the streak that you'd always use? Harrier, Chopper Gunner, Nuke.
Yeah.
Or Harrier, AC-130, Easy Nuke. As soon as you got 7 kills, or maybe 6 even with Hardline. I don't know. Was it 6 kills with Hardline?
Was it Wasteland? It was Wasteland with that bunker in the middle, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's the best
Wasteland.
map. That's the best map for that.
Yeah. AC-130 reigned on that map.
That's the one where the dudes would do the noob tubes at the start of the match and get like seven kills with like one noob tube.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
The Javelin was the worst on that. I died from the Javelin on like a ton back in the day.
That wasn't That was an awesome weapon. If there wouldn't have been that glitch though, that was a fun weapon. Shooting it at a place on the map and watching it rain down.
Yeah, I think I remember it though.
Yeah,
I think I'd bring back the AC 130.
That's what I was gonna say. I'd actually go with the chopper gunner.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That thing, man. I don't know. You just felt like Rambo in there, just raining down lead on everybody, and it would change the whole, I don't know, setting of the screen and everything like that. It was just really cool.
It was pretty awesome. Freak said the specialist. He'd bring that back.
Ooh.
From MW3? Or which one?
Yeah.
3.
Oh, MW3. Yeah, they were ridiculous in MW3. Like, I remember it was like easy. Was it Moabs back in that game?
Yep.
Or was it, they were easy to get with that stuff.
I still remember that Moab you got, Ocho.
Okay.
Yeah, AC 130. I can remember the map I can't remember the map name, but that was pretty cool.
I was playing with a guy from, I think it was from 3DR, 3D Respawn.
Okay.
We were playing that together.
Cool. Well, hey, as you guys know, I am Judgment Awaits, or JA, you can call me that, or James, whatever you want to call me. The not so good beard guys. Man, I was really hoping Creamy wouldn't have a beard so we could call him Babyface.
I was when you told me a couple weeks ago that I might have a chance to be on your show, I was like, okay, I'm not going to shave. I knew you were going to do that.
All right, let me ask you guys this. What do your wives think about your beards and facial hair?
My wife, she says she doesn't care, but I know she prefers me without.
Yeah.
But she acts like, you're beautiful either way. Or hot. She's hot, but I think I'm better looking without, but I like being lazy. So
yeah.
And then I don't like getting made fun of by you guys, so that's
Nice.
another motivation.
Soul Armor just says Babyface Creamy.
Oh my gosh.
We should go with that. You should change your YouTube channel to that name.
Yeah. No.
Creamy Kix also said hi to you in the chat. I don't know if you got it going on.
Yeah, I keep on not looking, sorry.
Yeah. What about you guys? Ocho?
I think my wife likes the goatee more than the full beard.
Mm-hmm.
So like we did the No Shave November back, I think, a couple of years ago, and like it was kind of bushy, but it was also the time when I was taking my passport picture, and so on my passport, I figured I'm gonna get randomly selected anytime we travel internationally. So that's kind of suspect.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Mine's just like Creamy's, I guess. Like, says it's cool, but it's probably not really.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just talking to my wife today, and she said, I like the looks of it, but I hate kissing you, especially like with your mustache. That's the part that she doesn't like. Just
I could see that.
And I was gonna do something because she said she was watching a video where these women were putting on facial hair and then kissing their husbands so that their husbands could experience it. And I'm like, we should do that. You guys want to do a video with me? Come on.
No,
that's so
totally not.
Come on, that would be an awesome video.
He's
You have
trying
to
to
admit
kiss
it.
dudes over here.
That's
Whatever. You were saying how this one guy was hot just a little while ago.
You gotta save these questions when we're not like.
Oh yeah, not live. All right, well, let's get into the gaming aspect. I want to let you guys know too that everybody in the chat, we are going to be doing a giveaway during the faith topic, so make sure you stay tuned for that. You can tweet it out, and you might want to just pay attention to the chat because we're going to be putting something in there for you guys. So, but let's get into the gaming topics. Ocho, you want to start us off with Fallout 4?
Yeah, so I've been playing Fallout 4 the last few days. I haven't played Black Ops 3 in a while. But with the DLC that was announced, I think it was this last week or shortly after Valentine's Day, but that's announced that they're going to do a DLC or add-on pack for Fallout 4. And there's going to be 3 that they've announced so far, and they said there's going to be a lot more. But one of them is called Automatron, and basically in that you're going to be able to have a robotic companion, but they're going to be built from parts of this like swarm of robots that's sent to you by I think it was called what was his name? The Mechanist. So there's 4 robots that get sent into the wasteland or the Commonwealth that are sent to attack you and kind of patrol the Commonwealth. But when you kill them, you can actually take their parts and like create your own robot companion. So that's going to be $10. And that's going to be the first one that comes out in March.
Okay.
I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I think there's enough companions where another one might be pretty cool. Like you can build your own and like get all the parts and stuff.
Yeah. Well, okay. So this is a robot companion,
Right?
that you build, and you don't have robot companions now.
There's one that you kind of start out with. That was kind of they were made to be like butlers or maids that kind of go around your home, clean stuff up, and take care of the house. So there's those, but these are like more attack robots.
Oh.
So they're kind of built by the military. So when you scavenge them, you can actually build parts to like have them attack and stuff.
Okay. Cool. Creamy, you ever play Fallout 4?
I've never played any Fallout 4 or any Fallout games at all. I don't know much about it.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to look it up to see what was going on before I got on here, but I don't know a whole lot. Is it one of those games where you can jump in on the newest one that's out right now, or do you have to start like playing one of the older ones?
Yeah, I think you could probably start with this one. I think it does give you there are like a few connections to some backstory of the previous games, but you don't really need to really know it that much. Like one of the companions, I think, was a kid in one of the previous, I think it was Fallout 3, but like you don't really know that, and they don't really tell you, but you kind of, if you listen to the things he says, it's that he was in this village you saw in Fallout 3, but now he's like a grown man, which Fallout 3 occurred in, I think it was DC, and so he's traveled from DC to Boston, which is where Fallout 4 mostly takes place.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd be interested to play the game. I wasn't sure. Like, I don't have enough time. Kind of like Tab, where I pick a game, and I don't really pick too many games throughout the year. It's like I'll dedicate my free time to one game or maybe two games, but I don't have enough time to really expand my horizons as far as video games. And right now, I'm playing Black Ops 3, which I don't know how I feel about that game right now, to be honest. But
Oh, we'll talk about that here in a minute, because that reminds me, I need to get on you guys for bad mouthing Black Ops 3, and yet that's all you're playing. So we'll get into
62
that.
days played.
Yeah.
62 days. That's how it is, though. Like the whole year, no matter which one it is, like you have nothing but bad things to say about every single one when you're playing it, right? So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
That's kind of why I started playing more Fallout 4. Is like I got to Master Prestige, and I was working on like Dark Matter camo, and I think I'm on, what was that gun? One of the shotguns, and it's just getting headshots with a shotgun, and it's like.
Did you say you're using hardcore, or did you mention that?
I did hardcore, do off and on, like hardcore, and then the Chaos Mosh Pit, which turned into Nuketown, and
yeah, nice.
That's kind of switching back and forth between that.
Freak's firing shots in the chat. He says Fallout games are for no-lifers.
you pretty much, yeah.
He probably hasn't even ever played a Fallout game. I guarantee it.
Yep.
Yeah,
and to answer your question, Ben, yeah, we keep in touch with Freak. We're actually all in a group me chat, and we all talk pretty much daily, and so we get to keep in touch with each other. But I've been personally trying to get Freak to upload some videos here lately. So Ben, help me out here. We need to get Freak back in the saddle and uploading some videos. So make sure you go in on him in the chat.
Christian's question.
Yeah, I miss Freak uploading it.
I'll read the question for you, J.A., since it's directed to you and you alone. Yeah. If you were a guy, J.A., what
I am a guy.
Those three.
I think that's supposed to be gay.
Okay. If you were gay, J.A., what one of those three others would you date?
Yeah. That's an easy one. It'd definitely be Creamy, because he's got a lot of money.
Oh, wow.
He'd be like my sugar daddy.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. Just kidding.
I'm honored to be your sugar daddy in that scenario.
All right. Anything else about Fallout 4? I don't want to cut you off, Ocho.
Oh, no, it's there's two other ones that were announced. There's one that's called Wasteland Workshop. So that's coming out in April, and what that one is, it seems kind of weird. It says you're able to design and set cages to capture live creatures from raiders to deathclaws, tame them, and have them face off in battle.
Oh, wow.
So it looks like it's going to be part of your settlement. So like right now you can build settlements where you have houses and shops and workshops where you can modify your weapons and your armor and stuff like that. But if you can add stuff like like a cage to house death claws. Like that seems kind of interesting. Like
Yeah.
death claws are pretty like one of the most deadly.
That's what I was going to say. I remember from the times that I played that, and those death claws were pretty nasty.
And like I think I was playing Fallout New Vegas, and like there's this one area that just had like 3 or 4 death claws. I'm like, I'm not just going there. I'm gonna skip over it. It's like every time I went down there, it's basically one hit and you're dead.
Yeah.
So that one's a $5 update, and then the last one is called Far Harbor, which is coming out in May, and it's going to be a $25 update.
Whoa.
So it's basically a whole new map. It's a new case from Valentine's Detective Agency leads you on a search for a young woman and a set of secret colonies of scents. So scents is kind of a new thing of Fallout 4, but I think it's in, was it Maine? Yeah, so you travel to like a whole new like city, and so I guess it's going to be a pretty big update since it's $25, which you could have bought the season pass and it was $29 starting out.
Oh wow!
And it guarantees you all the DLC that comes out. So like these 3 together costs, let's see, is 10, 5, 25. So that's like $40 right there.
So did they announce the season pass for a while, and then just recently did they announce the DLC? Because I heard there's some kind of I didn't catch what the controversy was, but there's some kind of controversy
pricing
surrounding the DLC, and I'm wondering if it's because of. Can you still buy the season pass for $30 or $29?
Yes, you can still buy it. I think it's the cutoff is March 1st, so after that it'll be $50.
Oh wow!
So I guess if you're someone that's going to download all the DLC, no matter whether you like it or not, you're just going to be someone that signs up for that, then it's a really good deal. But if you just want to like decide which ones you want and which ones you don't, then maybe you go with the. But if you want like the map by itself is $25. So
right, might as well. So are they going to let you bring year 1 weapons and play in year 2 after the DLC drops?
Yeah, I think it's different than Destiny. But
That's a good question.
Very perception. Also, there's a beta that you can get that was listed on their site as well. So you can get early access to the DLC. So if you go to the Bethesda site, you can sign up for that. I think it's Bethesda.net.
Cool. Man, it seems like they're really going a route like Borderlands. Borderlands had a lot of different priced DLC. You could buy the different characters, or they weren't specialists, but that's how I'm thinking about them now with Black Ops 3. But you could buy those, and then you could buy the different map packs, and whether or not they're bigger or not, they were different prices, weren't they, Taboo? In Borderlands, do you remember that, or were they all these $9 or $20? Or?
I got to the Borderlands thing really late. Like I'm playing it now.
Oh wow!
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Well, cool. All right, let's get on. Speaking of betas, let's go on to the Division beta. I know Creamy and Taboo had a chance to play that last night. I haven't had a chance to play this this beta that came out. I got a chance to play it before, but you guys had a chance to play it. What did you guys think of it? Creamy, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I can start. I'm not somebody that I don't really dabble in games very much. I got talked into playing the beta by Freak. He always talks me into playing games I usually wouldn't even look at. And,
who is your real boyfriend in real life?
Oh, God.
Just putting that out there.
Yeah. So anyways, I decided to download it, jumped on last night, and right off the bat, I thought it was pretty awesome. But after playing it for about an hour, there's a lot of walking.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I hope when the game actually releases, they change a few things, like giving you a vehicle to drive, or a skateboard, or a bicycle. The overall feel of the game, though,
rollerblades,
or the hoverboards.
Hoverboards.
Yeah, it was a fun game. I highly recommend trying the beta. Like I see a lot of potential in the game. It's pretty complicated. Like, for how busy my life is, like Destiny, like when I was playing Destiny, I'm just gonna compare Destiny to the Division, even though they're completely different. But as far as how much time it looks like you're gonna have to put into it, it reminds me kind of like Destiny. So that's kind of a put off for me, because I don't really have the time to invest a lot of time into a game like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're into putting time into a game, I think you might like it if you're watching the stream and you're interested in it. I don't know. That's kind of my opinion right now. I don't really know. I only played it for about 2 hours and I got kind of bored.
Yeah.
And you guys went into the, I don't want to say Darkland. What's that called?
Dark Zone?
Dark Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dark Zone, like, it's supposed to be the multiplayer section, and I don't know if we just got way too far in it, but we didn't see very many people. And Tab, you were saying earlier today when I was talking to you about it that it was just you when you played it previous days, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, so we had this strange experience in the Darkness Zone where we're like, there were 3 of us. Actually, there were 4 of us, and we're going around. We're killing these AI characters and collecting loot and doing these extractions, and like we're not running into any like human players, and so we don't know what the issue was there. There might have been some kind of weird connection thing going on, but that was kind of a turnoff because after we did that for a while, we were trying to like start some trouble, you know, and
Yeah.
and we just couldn't find anybody to kill except for this one dude a couple of times, but
that made my whole night though. That made the whole game like.
So I think that was just a weird connection thing because when I played it a couple of weeks ago in the closed beta, it was constantly running into other people in the Darkness Zone, and it was like very like tense and felt dangerous in there. You know, you never knew when you were going to get betrayed or whatever by another person. But this time around, it was really quiet in there.
Yeah, I could see like when we were actually in like when we were fighting people and there was stuff going on. The game was really fun, but there wasn't a lot of that when I played it last night. So I don't know. I'll probably give it another shot maybe after the stream tonight. But just based off of last night, I don't think I would get it.
Yeah, I'm on the fence as well. Like I was really hoping that this second beta would like kind of solidify whether or not I was going to buy the game, but I'm still on the fence and I'm a little bit indifferent. Like I had fun playing it both times, but I feel like I could take it or I could leave it still. And maybe that's just because I haven't seen enough of the game, and it's definitely, I don't think, day one purchase for me right now, unless there's some new information that comes out about an end game with some raids or something, you know, just cherry on top kind of thing to put it over the edge. But right now I think I'm just going to hold and maybe wait for it to go on sale and then pick it up, because it does seem like a pretty cool premise and story, you know, to play through, sure. But maybe not on day one.
Yeah.
Is there like any kind of skill-based matchmaking? Because I saw someone post on Facebook, they're like trying to get people to join and play with them, and they said they had to have like there was a cutoff at level 8 or something, where like you couldn't team with people that were below your level, but like 8 was the cutoff or something.
From what I've read, it's like during the beta, the level cap was 8, and I don't remember what it is on the full game. It might be like 25 or 30. I can't remember. But supposedly once you hit that max level and you go into the Darkness Zone, you're going to be matched with other max level other people like 30 or 25 or whatever it is. But I imagine you'll still be able to take your lower level friends in with you, you know. But it's supposed to be like a separate instance for the max level people and then a different instance for everybody else, the way I understand it.
How long does the beta last?
It's over tonight, I believe.
Oh, tonight? Oh.
They go by, they're like in Sweden or Paris or something, so they go by like a European time, and it ends tomorrow for them, but I think it's tonight for us. Late.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm really, from the one time that I played it, I'm really wondering what's going to keep me coming back to play it. I know you can get higher guns and higher armor, but I'm just not sure how big of a draw that's going to be for me. One thing that you were saying, Tabby, was like when you play a mission and then you have the chance to replay it at a higher difficulty, but it's still the same exact mission. So basically, it's kind of like Destiny in a way. I'm ranking up guns to just play it harder, and I'm doing the same thing though. So
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, that was a big problem for me with Destiny. You know, once we got into the Taken King, and it was like, you know, you kind of max out or you get close to max, and the only point is just to run that raid over and over again. And I don't know, at some point I just got burnt out on that, and I don't see that being a big draw for me in the Division. But I don't know how to solve that problem, and that might not be a topic for tonight, but like, what's the alternative to that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So, it's tough.
Right.
Play a different game, I guess.
Yep. I don't know. Borderlands had so much content in there. It was always something different. So that's what I'm comparing it to right now. A game that I'm mostly going to be playing just the seems like the AI part of it or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm comparing it to that, and I don't know.
That's actually a good question. Somebody was telling me when you complete Borderlands, you can play back through it as your character, like fully leveled and with all your gear. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds pretty cool.
That's what I heard
too. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
That's neat.
Yep. All right. Well, let us know in the chats what you guys think about the Division, whether or not you're going to be picking up. I'm personally really leaning. I still haven't heard about any end game stuff, any new end game stuff. If they're going to announce that, I think they should have done it already. We kind of had this discussion before, but I have a feeling it'll be after this beta is. They don't almost have to announce it soon, so this will be really interesting to hear any final things that the Division has to kind of draw us in, but I don't know if we're going to hear any of that.
We'll see.
Yep.
Yeah, time will tell.
Freak said the Division is too intense. I'm a filthy casual. He likes just popping in and out of games. But
yeah, it was pretty confusing. Like, I spent most of the night last night just trying to figure the game out, like just basic things like switching weapons. But yeah, it was fun though.
It's fun to play. It feels solid mechanically and everything, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Ben said the Division beta is good. I won't buy it until I see the reviews after launch. That's a pretty cool segue into something we hadn't planned on talking about. If you don't mind, a little bit of a rabbit trail.
No,
So
go
the
for
new
it.
Street Fighter came out this week.
Oh.
And it had like huge launch problems on day one. But I read this this article, and this journalist who does these reviews for Forbes, I think it was complaining about his industry, like these reviews, because they'll do them like the day before the game launches, and they'll be based on like these experiences they had the day before or 2 days before the game's like stressed by the network is stressed and everything. And so like IGN gave it an 8 out of 10, and you know it got 8, 9 out of 10 from different places, and he's complaining because like people popped the game in and couldn't play it, you know, and it was missing a whole lot of stuff. And these like he was making it sound like these websites were just like giving passes, you know, in their reviews, and how it's like shady and dishonest or whatever. So I think that's kind of interesting, and it's actually turned me off. Like if the Division got a 9 out of 10 the day before it launched, I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Hard to know what to believe right now.
That's a really good topic, because you wonder what kind of money is passing hands. I mean, look how much money is passed between just to YouTubers to review things, and I don't know if we're always getting the most honest answer. I remember when Xbox was paying all those YouTubers to actually use the Xbox and talk about it, and you were hearing all these positive things, or the Xbox One and everything. But I mean, when you're passing around 40 grand, 30 grand to somebody, they're probably not going to badmouth something.
Yeah. And like you can look at that as well. Like there's one thing, write a check to somebody and tell them to play your thing and play the console and then talk about it. But then there's also like indirect benefits, like if they'll fly you out to their campus or whatever and treat you with all these things, and you get first look at the game, you get to play it first and take footage home with you for your YouTube channel. They're not writing you a check, but they are at the same time. You know what I mean?
They are. Yeah, because if you badmouth them, chances are they're not going to invite you back. I mean, why would they? Yeah. I wouldn't invite you back. And so, yeah, you're gonna be pressured to really talk well about stuff.
I want to see Thunder go to Infinity Ward Studio.
Yeah,
that'd be hilarious.
Things got to seem so much cooler when you actually get flown into their studio. Like, I bet it's like, oh, this is I couldn't imagine. Like,
heck yeah.
They might be honest when they give the review, just because it seems so cool when they were, wherever they were.
Oh, I never thought about that. You're just kind of hyped up.
Yeah, things better when you're
a honeymoon.
Yeah,
honeymoon, so to speak.
Yeah, I tell you what. Until there are some smaller YouTubers that I like watching for reviews, and I'm gonna take my friends and your guys' word over any game compared to somebody else, and that's just the way it is, you know. Mm-hmm. Like when I talked Creamy and Freak into playing Destiny, and they didn't want to, and they thought it was garbage.
That's a perfect example of how I don't like change. Like, I just don't like changing games. Like, I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older, but like, Destiny was definitely blew my mind when I started playing it. I can't believe how addicted I got to that game.
Yeah.
And how heartbroken I was when they got rid of all the guns and gave. I was like, I don't even want to talk about Destiny.
Yeah. I don't want to do another rant for 5 weeks straight on Destiny, so I'm just going to be quiet.
Just let it be dead for now, and then come back to it.
Yeah. Iron Banner starting up the 23rd. I tell you what, I did 3 Nightfalls this week.
I don't know how you do that every week.
Yeah, I said I was going to rant. I did 3 Nightfalls this week, and I got 2 ghost shells. And they said they are making it so that you get these ghost shells less. It's less frequent, and I get 2 out of 3. The only reason... Nice. Honestly, that I enjoy playing Destiny is just because I can play with my son, and it's cool seeing him. But after it's starting to get old.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, Tabby, you want to talk about Quantum Break?
Yeah, just real quick. I don't know if you guys have been following this, but there was kind of a controversy. I found myself in this kind of like in between stage of playing my Xbox a little bit and starting to play my PC, playing games on PC a little more. And so I started paying attention to the whole PC world a little bit more. And Quantum Break is a game that's exclusive to Xbox that's coming out sometime in the next couple of months. And it's pretty cool looking. It's like a single-player game. You can manipulate time, and it's somewhat episodic. So, like, they're doing this TV series to go along with it, and somehow it's going to intertwine and be related to each other. So it's this really cool concept that I've been keeping my eye on. But Microsoft announced last week or week before that not only would it be exclusive, I guess exclusive in air quotes, to the Xbox One, but it's also going to come to PC as well, which is cool. But a lot of the Xbox One like hardcore fanboys got real mad, about that not being exclusive to Xbox anymore. But one thing that's cool about it is you'll be able to, if you buy it on Xbox, you'll be able to get a download copy or a code for a PC as well without paying for 2 games, which is awesome. And your game saves will transfer back and forth. So you can do both, which is like perfect for somebody in my position where most of my friends that I play with are on Xbox, but maybe I want to play on PC because it might look better or whatever. I'll be able to do that and go back and forth. I think if all the games were like that, it'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, do we think that that's going to be the wave of the future? Think about, I would love to try Call of Duty on the PC. I'd stink at it, but at least I'd be getting my money's worth through the console version, and then I could just be learning on the PC version, wouldn't have to be actually buying it again. And if everything transfers, like the saves and everything, and I don't have to rank up, I would love that. I'd tell you what, if the same thing happened over consoles, I'd probably invest in a PS4, especially with a game like Destiny. There's no way I'd want to grind that out.
Yeah,
but
I got the PS4 and I have the Destiny. I still have it. It's wrapped up. I won't even try leveling up the Destiny character in it.
Do you want to sell it to me on the cheap?
Yeah, like what, $50?
Yeah.
Deal.
We're talking about not the game.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the game.
Oh, no.
Microsoft, they actually they did say that it was going to be a platform feature. This whole like cross save, cross buy type thing, and it'll be up to the developers, I think, to, Treyarch would have to be like, yeah, we're going to do it on the next Call of Duty game or whatever. But they're trying to. It seems like they're trying to like expand their Windows 10 game store or whatever. I don't know the name of it because it's going to be available there. Like you can't go to Steam and buy it. Like where you go to buy a lot of games, you got to go to the Windows 10 store to get it. So it's Windows 10 exclusive, Xbox exclusive kind of thing. But I think it's a good move in the right direction because I don't want to, like, I got GTA 5 on the PC. I don't want to buy it on the Xbox One if I've already paid for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think we'll ever see cross console, but console to PC. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't even know you really played on PC, Tab. How long have you been playing PC gaming?
Not long.
I didn't
After I
didn't realize you were doing that.
Yeah, I've been playing Borderlands 2 a lot on it, which is kind of cool because I played it a little bit on console, but the Steam sales are awesome. You get some really cheap games on there.
Yeah. Any of you guys, other guys, playing on PC?
I should, but I don't. I could, but yeah.
I don't.
No.
Having a Mac Mini, I probably won't run any game past
Oh.
like
Leech.
chess or something.
Yeah.
Leech. Rocket League is available on Xbox One now.
Yeah.
Like as of this past week, I think.
$20.
I think so.
I thought that game was free, but no, you got to pay for it.
Yeah. I think I'm going to pick that one up.
Are you really?
Yeah, I think so. It looks like fun.
Everybody is saying how awesome that game is, and I'm just wondering why. I don't know.
It's just like car soccer.
Yeah, exactly.
But it looks like fun. It looks like a good party game.
It looks like, yeah, okay, I can see that. I can see that being in a game that Leech plays, being all into FIFA and everything.
Yeah.
But all right, let's move on. Let's get into supply drops. Supply drops in Black Ops 3. All right, I am perfectly fine with supply drops and being able to purchase supply drops as long as they're weapon camos and gestures and things like that. Perfectly okay with it. As soon as you start adding in guns, though, that's where it kind of, I don't know, it kind of really gets to me. I don't really think that the guns that they're adding are OP. Like in Advanced Warfare, it seemed like some of those guns were OP or were better, and I had an issue with that. But I still want those guns, and I hate the randomness factor of it because it's really just encouraging gambling, and it's almost kind of addicting. I bought Call of Duty points when they were on sale and did that whole thing, and I tell you what, as soon as I blew through those, I wanted to buy some more, and it was like addicting to do that. And now that I see these weapons out there, especially like a semi-automatic weapon, I really want that. I don't know if it's the M1 or whatever it is out there, but I got killed by it, and I really wanted it. And so I'm thinking, it also seems like they're almost toning down the pace of getting crypto keys.
I noticed that right away. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, I'm in the same boat with you right now. I'm pretty, that's one of the reasons why I haven't been playing it much lately, is because it's so frustrating, dying by like guns I can't get. And I do have I have a confession. I spent like 19 or $20 last weekend just because I wanted it, because I was so tired of dying by those hand cannons.
Yeah.
Whatever they're called.
Yeah.
But
The shotgun ones.
I spent, like $20 and I got 2 camos. I'm thinking,
are you serious?
Yeah, 2 camos. And I was like, wow, this is the biggest waste of money. Like I like Black Ops 2. Like, I'm fine with microtransactions. I understand like it's a business side of it. Like they want to make money, whatever. But at least like in Black Ops 2, if I wanted that camo, like I know how much it costs, and I know when I paid that, I would get it.
Yeah.
The whole, like you said, the whole randomness of just the whole gambling aspect of it is super frustrating in this game.
Yeah. What about you guys? Taboo, Ocho? Could care less.
I got plenty to say, but I wanted to let Ocho talk. I feel like I've been talking too much.
Ocho, have you spent any money?
Oh, he did. I can tell. He did.
Are you muted?
Oh, I can't hear you, Ocho.
Yeah, I can't hear him either.
Yes, I've spent $100 and I haven't gotten anything.
He looked pretty guilty when he asked him. Like, yeah.
All right, Tabby, you're gonna have to tell us while Ocho figures out his mic situation.
All right, so I was already getting a little kind of bored with Black Ops 3.
What?
Yeah, and then this the PS4 DLC came out, and it was starting to get some kind of crappy reviews from people that I like to watch on YouTube. And then they started doing these weapons and supply drops, and it's a huge turnoff for me. And if I had purchased a season pass, I'd be done with it. Like, I'm kind of done with it now because I'm bored and a little bit turned off. But if I had bought the season pass for these maps or whatever, and then like in Black Ops 2, you got what's the gun you got in Black Ops 2?
Peacekeeper was the first one, I think.
It was part of it, right?
Yeah.
But now they hide them behind RNG and these supply drops. It's like super, super shady. And it just comes out of the whole. Activision purchased King back in November of last year, I think it was.
Yeah.
And King does Candy Crush, which is like a huge moneymaker.
Yeah.
And you can see that influence already like penetrating this console market. And if this was like I think I've told some of you guys this before, if this was like a small developer, like some indie guy, like trying to put a game together, and he's got like a cool concept, and he's trying to fund it through like microtransactions or through this cool like gambling aspect, I wouldn't care too much. But Activision's huge, and Treyarch's huge, and they're raking in money like crazy, and it's not like they need it to support the game. They might feel like they do, but it just feels like a cash grab. It just feels greedy. It doesn't feel productive at all, and it'd feel like a slap in the face if I had bought the season pass. So that'd be done.
Yeah, well, I did buy the season pass, but I think I just read today $15 billion so far that they've made on the Call of Duty series.
Yeah,
since 2003 or something like that. I mean, that's just an unbelievable amount, and people are just spending a ton of cash on these supply drops, hoping they get something. And if you're like me, and you don't get anything, or if you're like Creamy and don't get anything, then it's probably still eating at you, and you're thinking about it. And
then I really notice how slow the crypto keys come in.
Yeah.
Themselves.
I mean, I'm not even. It feels like I'm not even getting one per match. I mean, I'm sure I am getting one per match, but it takes forever to get any to use anymore.
Yeah,
and it's just making me mad.
I watched a Thunder video tonight before I got on. I think it's one of his newest one, but he's talking about how they're possibly putting score streaks in supply drops.
That
I think that's the next move. Yeah,
no way.
Yeah.
That will never happen.
Mm-hmm.
It can't.
I think it could. I think it could.
No
if
way.
it's not in this game, it's going to be in the next one. Like it's coming.
Man,
they did it with remember the Michael Myers thing in the DLC maps on Ghost?
Oh, okay.
Like it was there, but it was cheap.
Yeah, I'm getting a phone call.
I am too.
What?
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
All right.
See if we can work this out.
Uh-oh. I can hear Ocho.
Just bear with us, chat.
Yeah, sorry. Guys.
Ocho, can you hear me?
Yeah, it sounds like it's being repeated.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
Womp womp womp.
Tabby, I can hear you echoing. Ocho sounds good.
Yeah.
I can see you. I can't see you or
Yeah, I got to see this echo from Creamy too.
Can we just cut it off and recall and get this back going?
Yeah, just hang out with us, chat.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna exit out of this and then I'll recall you guys. Oop. Yo, hey, that sounds better.
All right. Bam, bam, bam. Creamy, hit your video icon with the line.
I did.
I can see him.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
I can't see him.
You guys are really dark for some reason.
It's genetic.
You need Skype Premium to make a group video call.
I don't believe you.
What?
I'm on Ocho's spot now. Nice.
All right. All right. Are we back? Everything good?
I can't see me on the stream.
I can't see you on my video call.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. All right. You guys keep talking. I'm going to rearrange.
Okay. Ocho, man, we finally can hear you. Let us know what you think about supply drops.
Yeah, I don't think I've really gotten anything good, like any of the new stuff, like the wrench or with the swords in there too.
Have you spent money there?
Rest in peace.
Oh, okay.
I used that 200 they gave us at the beginning, but I was trying to use it to see if I could get the extra classes, but like there wasn't enough to like do it by itself. I had to like spend money, and it's like I think I spent enough already.
I've got a friend that plays Mech Warrior online, and he told me he spends like a couple $100 a month on that game. it's a free to play game, and man, I know he's never going to watch this because I wouldn't say this, but he's bad at it. I mean, he's not even doing well at the game. Like he shows me his games, and he'll have like 5 kills for the week, like out of all the games that he's played, and yet he's so into this thing and spending hundreds of dollars. And I'm wondering how much money is being spent on these supply drops. I don't know. Seems pretty crazy.
I bet it's a lot.
On one of the investor calls.
What's that?
Yeah, they're sitting on one of those investor calls.
Oh yeah,
Activision. Yeah. Like, we made $1 billion in.
Did you guys see Drifter's supply drop opening video?
No,
I
I
heard about
used
that.
to watch
No,
those things.
He took it down too fast.
He did, yeah. He got a ton of heat for doing that, and I forget how much money he spent. Was it a couple $100, maybe $80 or something like that? $200. And yeah, he took a lot of heat for that, which I can see, because this needs to change.
Well, I think the heat that he got was there was a huge Reddit thread about it, and he addressed it, and it seemed like people were pissed off at him because he's like acts like he says the practice is like a bad practice. So like he was engaging in it, so I guess they thought he was kind of hypocritical in doing that,
Okay.
But those same people, like I think it was him, was talking about how he'd see comments that those people would make on other people's supply drop videos, congratulating them for getting like the crossbow or whatever. So
man,
it's the internet,
Yep. Exactly. So, all right, Creamy. What game are you playing mostly now? Is it Black Ops 3?
It's still Black Ops 3. Like
Do you think you should be bad mouthing it then? Huh?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So I used to play every single night pretty much, and now I don't play until Friday night usually. So I've cut it back a lot, and I usually don't stay on for very long. So I still play, but I just haven't been playing video games in general that much. But yeah, I guess it's technically the game I'm playing still.
I'm just kidding. We're in this group me chat, like I said at the beginning, and the one day Taboo, Creamy, and Freak were kind of going in on Black Ops 3. Actually, I think it was all surrounding the supply drops, though, to be fair. Or maybe that started it out or something like that. But
it does feel like it feels shallow to me.
It was the first. We started going off when it was the first day they changed and put the weapons in the supply drops. That's when I started freaking out.
Yep. Yeah. Justifiable.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I tell you what, though, man, my KD has been going up here lately. I don't know if all the good sweaty players are not playing. Like if you're all gone now and it's just scrubs, but
I haven't played in like
I don't even know when you get on, Jay. That's my beef. You're like, my KD's going up. I never see you on, and I asked you to invite me to play.
Oh wait a minute though. The last time.
Yeah.
You remember the last time I was on and you bailed on me?
Yeah.
He pulled a leech.
Yeah.
Well, Freak says A-Dub is better than Black Ops 3.
Oh man. I just, here's my respect for Freak. And then with all this AW talk, it's like, here now. Wait a minute. Here we go. Right.
I launched Wordport the other day, and it wouldn't lead me into a game.
Sorry.
What were you saying, Ocho?
Oh, I tried to get into Advanced Warfare game a couple nights ago, and it said no games found.
Oh,
so that was my biggest complaint about Advanced Warfare was like the matchmaking was so slow for my connection. I don't know if it was like
no, it wasn't your connection. It was because that game was garbage and nobody was playing it, Ocho, and nobody with anybody's taste would. No, I'm just kidding. That was your game, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I really like that game.
Yeah,
it was, like the movement. I think the movement was smoother than Black Ops 3. Like I was able to do things more smoothly versus it's kind of clunky compared to Black Ops. Well, Black Ops 3 is clunky compared to Advanced Warfare.
What do you think about hit detection with that movement? Which one was crisper?
I think I liked Advanced Warfare. Maybe I'm liking Advanced Warfare better than Black Ops. But
Taboo, boot him off, please.
Streaks are better. Black Ops 3 streaks are better than Advanced Warfare, though.
You guys were talking about supply drop streaks, or streaks being in supply drops. I think Black Ops 3 needs to do something with their streaks still. Just doesn't feel.
I would agree. Like, I don't have any motivation to play because, like, trying to get good gameplays to
Yeah.
get streaks, it's just
Well,
there's no point.
it's like 8 kills or something like that for a sentry gun, and then somebody chucks through 2 EMP grenades and they're down. And my wraiths are getting shot down right away, and it just, I don't know. Even raps, they do nothing. You know, half the time. They might get you a few kills, but as many kills that you have to get to them, and then they don't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like you get to the wraith, and that's kind of like, that's really the top.
Yeah.
You know, the only ones worth going for.
Yeah. And
Well,
sometimes I think destroys, but
I don't remember what it's called. It's like the core, whatever. It's like the EMP score streak that you get.
The power
core, yeah. That thing. I don't know if you've ever been a victim of that thing, but it happened to me once. It's the first time about a week ago that it happened, or a week and a half ago. That thing's amazing. Like that's what I started using just to throw off the other team to try to get like a good score streak going.
Yeah.
Like it reminds me of AW. What is the AW thing where like it's not the counter UAV, but it like the skull crossbones like flashes and it's like super.
Oh, the whole
System
screen
hack.
System hack.
Yeah.
It's like a little weak version of that, but it's still super annoying if you've ever been the victim of it.
Yeah.
It's fun to use. That's what I've been using.
I'm getting some
I think
like
Creamy's,
lag or something.
Yeah, I think Creamy's router got hit by an EMP.
Usually, like when people are playing against me, they don't manage to get those big streaks, Creamy. So I've never experienced it. So.
Oh, you look for the little.
All right. Well, hey, let's get into our faith topic, and today we're going to be talking about whether or not Christians should drink alcohol, and if it's permissible, if it's okay, if it's not okay, and we're going to be going around. We've got, I think, 2 guys in here that do drink, and 2 guys in here that don't drink, and so we're going to get some different perspectives, and we'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the chat. And so if you have any comments on whether or not Christians should drink alcohol, whether or not anybody should drink alcohol, we'd love to hear that too. But anybody want to start that off, whether or not you think that they should, or your thoughts about drinking?
I'll go first, I guess.
All right.
Go for it.
I do think that if you're a Christian, you can drink, but I think it's a really touchy. You have to be careful, I guess, because I don't think it's okay to get drunk. And when you drink alcohol, obviously, you need to be careful because it's really easy to go from having one beer or a shot to being drunk.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you
So
have to be careful.
you're saying it's okay, just don't get drunk.
Well, I think there's a few
careful.
things. Like number one, you need to know your limits. You need to know whether or not you should be drinking. Because I think some people shouldn't be drinking. Like if you struggle, you have I'm trying to think clearly here. If your family struggles with alcoholism and you struggle with it, you shouldn't be drinking. There's a lot of scriptures in the Bible. I mean, Galatians 5:19 talks about it. If you get drunk, it's as bad as it's as bad as sexual immorality. There's a lot of things in the Bible that talks about it, but I think if you have one beer, it's not going to be the end of the world.
Okay. Yeah. Taboo?
Yeah, I pretty much fall on the same side of the issue as Creamy. I think responsibly it's fine. The scripture, I think scripturally it's legal for the Christian to consume alcohol, and we certainly see characters in the New Testament, participants in the New Testament, consuming alcohol. And so I don't think it affects your spiritual standing at all. But like Creamy said, you have to be careful. You have to know your limits, and don't overdo it. The scripture does tell us not to get drunk.
Yeah.
So that's like clear cut for me. And then the other thing, like it's different culturally. Like in the South, it's different than it is in the Northeast, and it's probably different than it is on the West Coast. The issue of drinking, and so like there's a social stigma that you have to, in my opinion, think about too, because you've got people that are watching you, and this is your witness to people. This is people know I'm a Christian when they see me out in town, and I'm just really careful. Like I'll drink in my house, but I don't drink out a whole lot, just because it does offend some people. And not that I care what people think, but I do care about their perception of what Christianity is. And if they're not at an understanding that I'm at right now when it comes to the issue of alcohol, then I'm not going to try to be a stumbling block in front of them, on their path to walking out and working out their faith.
Yeah, I think Paul talks about that in 1 Corinthians or something like that, about being that stumbling block and being careful. I think he's talking about meat or meat sacrificed to idols or something like that, and that is something to keep in mind with other people. So
yeah, that's 1 Corinthians 8:9.
8:9.
Like I wouldn't serve, like I wouldn't have a cooler with a bunch of beer in it if I was hosting a small group. You know what I mean? 'Cause like I don't think there's anything like scripturally illegal about it, but you don't know the background of the people coming into your house, if they do struggle with alcohol, that kind of thing. So like, what's the, like, if you got to drink that bad, then you have a problem. You know what I mean? Like if you can't just like wait until everybody's left your house or whatever, and you're looking for opportunities to drink just to drink, I think that's an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 2 Peter 2:19 talks about you're a slave to whatever. What does it say? You're a slave to whatever controls you. So I mean, like, I agree with Tab. Like, if you have to have a beer every single time you come home and you can't go a day without it, or you look forward to Fridays because that's the day you have to drink to have fun, that's another thing. I don't think that's healthy, and I think that's a sin as well. But
Yep,
I think it's a matter of conscience. Like you're saying, it's fine for some people, and then some people it's like it'll lead them into something where they can't just have one. It ends up being like 10 or 15 or 20 or whatever. And for me, I never really struggled with that or had issues with it. No issues with my family have had it. Like my parents didn't really drink that much. Like never see my dad drink at all, really. I know he did before I was born, but since then I've never seen him have a beer with that much at all. But like I've been in ministries where they've asked leaders not to drink, just because of it being a stumbling block to some people, and definitely not like at a small group. It's like you bring the chips, you bring the cake, and you bring the cake. That's not gonna. It's probably not going to be something that's going on. But, yeah, but no, there have been ministries that have had Bible studies or like kind of meeting groups at bars. So there's people drinking there, and maybe even people as part of the ministry, or they're having a beer or whatever. And I guess people will bring up that I think Jesus' first miracle was changing water to wine.
Yeah.
And, so it wasn't something that people didn't drink that, but.
Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable saying that Jesus drank. I mean,
the thing I'll let you go. Sorry.
No,
I'm like cutting people
I mean that
Jamie
was
Foxx song, I think.
Pretty much the custom of the time, and obviously he did change water into wine. Some people say that it was more to grape juice. I don't, I've looked at that in depth, and I don't think that it was grape juice. That's my personal opinion.
Well, what I heard too is like they used to dilute the wine like a lot. So it was like something I heard was like to get like 3 cups of wine now it'd be like 22 cups of wine back in the day. Like that's how diluted the wine actually was. So they definitely weren't drinking it in the Bible to get drunk.
Yeah, and I think we're all on the same page that the Bible does warn against drunkenness, and we've all probably seen the effects of that. I know my dad has struggled with alcohol for the longest time, and it destroyed his marriage with my mom. And I saw times where he would go on binges and just stay away for weeks at a time and just blow all of his money that he earned, and we were dirt poor at that time, so we were really struggling, and I saw the struggle that he had with it, and that's pretty much the reason that I've kind of stayed away from alcohol. There were times that I did drink socially, and there were times that I got drunk, but as an adult and since I've gotten older, that's just a personal choice that I've made to just kind of stay away from drinking alcohol just because of those things. But
that's understandable for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Also, another thing I don't think I heard it mentioned if you're underage, don't drink.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you're supposed to.
Yeah, for sure.
Scripture teaches us to obey like the people in government, above us, and the laws of the land or whatever. So, yeah, if you're underage, you probably shouldn't be drinking.
Yeah. I tell you what, being a youth pastor, you guys were talking about being a stumbling block. I never wanted the kids to see me drinking, or I was very conscious of that because nobody ever starts out by saying, "Hey, I want to be an alcoholic." They never start out that way. Yeah. It happens though to some people, and so I never wanted to give them an excuse to get started and have it lead in that direction. So that was another reason that I kind of stayed away from it. But to be honest with you, I think I could be very comfortable having I don't like beer, but having a
what?
Martini.
A martini, yeah, something like that.
Something with an umbrella in it,
yeah. Now my wife has never drank, period, ever. She's never smoked and everything, and she's got a cool testimony, I guess, because of that, where she can tell our kids that she's never engaged in that. I obviously can't do that, but I don't know.
That's cool. That's rare.
Yeah, it is.
Really rare.
And you can't get addicted to something that you've never had. So that's one good point.
Yep.
That's somebody mentioned being like drawn away or whatever, and like Scripture does tell us, like, we know that we're not tempted by God. We can be tested by God, but like we're drawn away into our own temptations to sin. And like, one thing that is true about alcohol, it does lower your inhibitions. So, you may find that it does make you more likely to be drawn away by your own sinful desires or whatever, and make you more susceptible to like succumbing to those. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can totally see that, yeah.
Just being weaker.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, the Bible tells us to be of sober mind, and just alcohol kind of takes away those inhibitions and can lead us to kind of on a side note, down some paths that maybe we wouldn't normally take. But so let me ask you guys. So, all right, Ocho, do you drink now?
I can't really remember the last time, but we were at a restaurant and they offered us free champagne. It's kind of weird. We were trying to find this one burger place that had a similar name to this really high-end steak place. So we're walking down the street, and then we're in shorts and stuff. And so we walk into this like high-end restaurant, and actually the guy ended up proposing to his girlfriend inside the restaurant we were at, because it was like that kind of restaurant. And so we get in there and they offered us champagne. So like, I don't really drink that much. I've never the taste kind of turns me off, but it was free champagne, so I drank it. My wife didn't, because like she doesn't like the taste. She doesn't drink, and said it tasted like bug spray. It had like a kind of odor of like alcohol or whatever. But yeah, like that's like if there's some special event, maybe we'll have like one glass of wine or something like that. But not often at all, really.
Gotcha. And I know Taboo and Creamy, you guys occasionally have. Do you guys ever struggle with getting drunk or taking that a little too far?
I can't. Yeah, I have I have, but I try not to. That's what I was saying at the beginning. It's real easy, and you have to be careful. Luckily, my wife is really good at keeping me in check when it comes to that, because it's definitely something that can happen.
Yeah, that's a good idea, having an accountability partner, somebody that can. Yeah,
because for me, it's like I like the taste of beer. So it's like I don't drink beer to get drunk, but I like the way it tastes. And I have people say, well, you can just drink non-alcoholic beer if you like the way beer tastes. But I don't like the way non-alcoholic beer tastes. Like, they don't really have very many selections. So it's like, I don't know. I'm even going on this rant, but
yeah. No, that's a common question. Taboo?
Not really. I like whiskey a lot, and but I don't like to drink it real fast. I sip it basically, and it's pretty easy with some higher proof stuff to like get a little too far in, But I've without even just realizing it, but not really, not too bad. I certainly know my limits now.
Yeah, I think that's the thing too. If you drink over the time, you get to when you should stop. Yeah.
Yep. Scrappy in the chat is kind of dealing with some things. He in his past has kind of gone in a direction kind of towards worshiping the devil and struggling with pornography and everything like that. And he said he's going into church, but he keeps getting constantly pulled back into the porn world and everything like that. Anybody have any thoughts for him or anything? I mean, this is Scrappy. These are some serious topics, and I don't know how well we can kind of speak to these things in the chat. I know I've got a video on porn. Porn is something that I dealt with, and porn is a serious bondage, man. And so it's hard to just give you like something in this chat to help you with that. But if you watch that video, I think there's some good stuff in that. But do you guys have any thoughts? I'm glad to hear that you go into church, and I really think that you need to kind of reach out to somebody that is grounded spiritually, because these things are so serious, and really talk to somebody one-on-one. And if you can't do that, maybe even talking to one of us one-on-one would be a good thing. But anybody else have anything?
I'd probably give the same advice that you just gave him. Well, you have to have someone that you can be accountable to when it comes to that.
Yeah.
I was thinking of James 4:7 says, "Submit yourselves then to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Come near to God, and he will come near to you. Wash your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. Grieve, mourn, and wail. Change your laughter to mourning and your joy to gloom. Humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will lift you up." So I think there's a struggle with being a Christian. That doesn't mean that you're not going to do those things, but there's a struggle that goes on where there's a constant resisting temptation, trying to stay out of the situations that cause you to do things, but staying with the church, getting help from people in the church, and definitely like that's what we're here for, is to encourage believers, inspire non-believers that this faith is legitimate and that we're here to serve the Lord.
Yeah. And I tell you what, Scrappy, and I just think it's awesome that you're willing to put that out there, because so many people would be struggling with those things, and then they wouldn't want to admit that or wouldn't want to say those things, and people just hide behind that stuff. But you really need to talk to somebody and get with somebody, and don't let the enemy make you feel like crap, because you do struggle with that, because we're all struggling with things ourselves. And I found just in general, the closer you grow to God, just by spending time with him and everything like that, the more freedom you find in that. And that's not a really good answer for you, but that's a start. And I really think it's going to help you to, I don't know if you're a teenager, but if you talk to a youth pastor or somebody that's gone through these things, you can find some freedom and in that. But
sorry,
go ahead.
I thought you were dead.
Yep. No. Yeah, I am.
I was just going to say the accountability partner thing is huge, and local is really good. People on the internet will be helpful to you as well, but it's really good if you can find somebody that you can go to breakfast with, before school or something like that, that's in your church and leadership, or somebody that you can count on. That's a big deal. Real big deal.
Yeah. So Scrappy, please do that. And I tell you what, if you can't find anybody, please contact one of us. Shoot us a message. It's better to have somebody that you can talk to in person. But if you can't find that, we'd love to talk to you. And we're concerned about you and everything like that. And I just personally know how strong of a pull that pornography can be on your life, man. I was addicted to that for decades. And it's still, I've been free of that, but it's still, when I'm watching TV and that Victoria's Secret commercial comes on there, it's not pornography, but, my eyes and thoughts are still drawn to that. And that's when immediately, I've got some things that kick in. But, you gotta definitely find somebody that can mentor you and help you through that. So please do that and whatnot. All right, Ocho, did you do the thingy mabobber? Who asked?
The thingy mabobber.
Yeah. John Doe asked, "Do you guys get a lot of hate for being openly Christian on YouTube?" Sometimes. I mean, I get some I personally get some interesting messages, and more good stuff than bad stuff. But there's people that when they find out you're a preacher, they think you molest kids. They think you're just, I don't know, believing in a fairy tale. They just love hating on you. But there's a lot more good than bad. And I tell you what, the bad stuff too, I always think that I'm getting an opportunity to share the truth with somebody that doesn't believe. So it's kind of encouraging when I get the bad stuff, because if all we got was the good stuff, we need, we probably wouldn't be making that much of a difference. So it's kind of cool getting the bad stuff.
That's a good point.
But
Yeah.
Oh, that thing.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Ocho just posted in the chat, if you're on PS4, we have a giveaway for you. So you guys want to talk about what that is?
I think Osho should.
Yeah. So we've been talking about the DLC in Black Ops 3. So that came out, I guess, a few weeks ago now.
After we pooped on it, like, thoroughly.
Yeah.
If you still want to play Black Ops 3 with all the supply drop issues and movement issues, then we'll post a code in here, and whoever is able to log it in first gets it.
Am I restricted from this? I'm just kidding.
All right.
There it is.
So the code is in chat. That's for the DLC. Make sure you grab that if you're on a PS. And we'll probably be doing some more giveaways and some more exciting things in there. Thanks you, Ocho. Ocho donated that. We really appreciate that.
I gotta
That's all
turn on
YouTube
my,
money.
Cool,
gotta
cool.
turn on my my PS4 real quick.
Somebody asked about Drama Alert. James, what do you guys think about Drama Alert? I was just going to knock that out because I don't think I can type it fast enough. I think I just say it faster.
That's what's his name? Keemstar?
Yeah.
Keemstar.
I think he serves. I think Drama Alert serves a purpose, and it has an audience. It's not an audience that I'm a part of. It doesn't really speak to me at all. And but there are people that really dig it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's like a gossiping, right?
It kind of feels like a tabloid a little bit to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. People
That's a
buy
good
tabloids
comparison.
like crazy
Tabloid.
too. So
Yeah, I think.
I'm just jealous of all the people that has watching.
yeah, it's like 400,000 subs, I think, on the channel.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
there's people watching. There's people that want to see it, and more power to them.
He's an entertaining guy. Like if his content was different, I think he'd be like someone I'd watch regularly. Like it seems like he's really charismatic and
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
knows what he's talking
Definitely
about.
He was.
Has trouble breathing sometimes, but
Yeah.
I was watching the Triggered podcast. I guess I kind of came to that podcast kind of late, and I came upon it through Skag, who we've talked about a couple of times on here, and I really liked it. It was like there's like really strong language and stuff, but they usually had really entertaining conversations about all kinds of topics. And then they had like a fallout between Keem and Skag, and it got real ugly. And I just stopped watching it after that big blow up. But he's definitely on the personality side a dynamic, character.
Mm-hmm.
I guess charismatic's the right word for it.
Yeah. He's not a big fan of Christianity.
Oh, really?
So he's probably never going to do our show.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, if we invited him on here.
Rats.
we used to talk to Kingdom a lot.
Yeah, he did. I remember Kingdom and him almost kind of worked together. I don't know if I probably shouldn't even said that. Never mind.
didn't know
Just
that.
ignore that. You didn't
Well,
hear that.
that probably wasn't inside I mean, you might have more information than that, but I remember hearing
Okay,
rumbles
good.
about that, and I'm not in the know on that at all.
Yeah, and I guess that was all over Twitter, so
Yeah.
probably pretty safe doing that. All right. Well, any of you guys got anything else? Anybody in the chat have any other questions? Tabby, make sure you don't cut me off here if we end this here, like you always do. Let me use this while you guys maybe might type something in the chat. Thank you, Creamy, for being on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
And sorry to everybody. This show is kind of I felt a little bit off at the beginning, but I thought it was really good. The discussions and the chat. You guys in the chat make the show, and
Yeah,
all your questions and comments and everything like that. So we really appreciate you being in the chat, and hopefully we'll be more regular with this. We had a couple weeks off, but we really appreciate the support and you guys being in the chat. Taboo, thanks for doing all the production behind the scenes and everything like that. Ocho, thanks for the code and giving that away and donating that
awesome.
money and everything like that. Really appreciate it, though. but somebody said cut him off.
It's gonna happen.
As always.
Yeah. Do any of you guys play Dragon Ball Xenoverse? I don't even know what that is.
I honestly don't either. We're too old for that.
Dragon Ball, what's the other?
Jay?
Pokemon.
Yeah. Dragon Ball. I think I watched some shows. Is that where the guy's hair turns yellow and he glows and does something?
Yeah.
Anybody know?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's the right one. But no, I don't play that one. What's your wife's gamer tag now?
Oh, holy smokes!
Somebody posted
It
that
is.
in chat.
Yeah, shoot. It's some Latin term with a V.
Oh, yeah?
And I'll have to get that to you guys and let you guys know. But it's it's really cool. It's really different. I'm sorry, Anthony. I will get that out there and maybe do a video letting everybody know what her gamer tag is. But yeah, I really appreciated all the people with advice for that and everything.
Yeah,
but,
that was a video from a long time ago. You're way overdue telling us.
What? Oh man. Yep, I am. Thanks, Cream. You know what?
Just wanted to point that.
All right, all three of you guys. I don't want to hear anything about way overdue, video-wise. All right, because you guys need to start uploading some stuff. That's true. I miss you guys' content because there aren't a lot of people that I watch, and I know I get to talk to you guys, but a lot of people probably miss you guys. So if you guys know these guys, make sure if you don't know these guys, check out their YouTube channel, subscribe to them, and then get on their case to upload something. Because we would love to start hearing some things from these guys. I don't know. Favorite exotic in Destiny?
Gallahorn.
G-Horn.
Yeah, I would have to say Gallahorn.
Remember when the Suros was good?
Remember when the Fatebringer was good?
That was an exotic though.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, you're right. Fatebringer wasn't.
You know what? I said this before, but how cool would this if they let the community pick one legendary to make an exotic in year 2? I mean, I would totally pick the Fatebringer because that thing was just amazing. Yeah. But they should do that.
All
right.
My blood pressure's going up.
All right. Well, hey, thanks again, everybody, for watching. Make sure you stay tuned to us. We're going to have some exciting news. Taboo right now is working on our website.
Yeah.
Let's just tell them about it. I mean, it's kind of it's in the early development stages. You can check it out at sakredgaming.com. You can even register there, sign up for the email. Just be aware though that it's very early on. We'd love any feedback though from you guys, but we want to get that going and probably get that going up here pretty soon because we want to give you guys a place where you can where we can kind of have a community and talk better to each other and engage in more chats, and you guys can find other people to play with that might share your beliefs and everything like that. So maybe start checking that out and give us any kind of feedback. But that's all I got. You guys got anything else?
Thanks for watching.
Just waiting to cut you off.
Yeah, Biggie does not have higher light because he has not run the raid, and that's something that I really need to do with him. And maybe these guys in here will help me out running the raid with him. Maybe this coming weekend or something like that. And we can televise it. We should do a nightfall, a big stakes nightfall again, just for old time's sake.
I will do this.
Yeah,
Jay, but you need to turn your thing back on so we know when you're online. Do you even remember where that button is on your Xbox?
I don't think you want me to do that because if we're in a party chat, it's just kind of interesting what happens.
He's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. It's a big deal.
No. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. As always, take care and God bless.
See ya.
Don't cut me off.